All right, guys, just taking advantage of an opportunity I have to share with you some cool watches that typically aren't grouped together. In this case, we have the Tudor Black Bay GMT. Of course, we have the Rolex Pepsi on Jubilee, and then we have the Rolex Pepsi on Oyster. But you'll notice that the Black Bay is also on the Jubilee. That is obviously not a factory bracelet. This is an Uncle Seiko bracelet. And I have to say, I'm a huge fan. Like, even when you look at it next to the Rolex, wow, takes them, so they're very, very similar, especially at a distance on wrist. You would have a hard time telling the difference, honestly. Obviously, we're a little more in tune with watches. You might think that it's one thing, but as you get closer, you're like, oh, wow, that's a Tudor. But, man, I'm a huge fan of it being on the Jubilee. So, very cool. This one is Craig's, so thank you, Craig, for letting me check it out. This one belongs to Detroit Spartan. And then, of course, the Pepsi on Oyster is a friend of the channel that remains anonymous. And how often do you get to see, these three together? And there's other ones I could show together, but I think these three together is just an opportunity to really share with you guys and show that. But how different the watch looks when you go just from the bracelet, right? And it's a $250 difference, assuming you can even get the darn thing. But, man, I think Oyster, more sporty, more everyday type look, I think. As soon as you put it on the Jubilee, then it kind of dresses it up and makes it look more jewelry-like. I think my preference would be the Jubilee for the Pepsi. And in many cases, I think people would agree with me that the Batman on Oyster is a more traditional look. But I kind of have my eyes on the Batgirl with the Jubilee, so we'll see how that pans out. But just phenomenal watches, regardless of whatever combination you put them in. But how freaking cool is the Tudor Black Bay on Jubilee now that we have bracelet options, whether it's Uncle Seiko, or I think Craig said he had ordered I think it's a Forsner, I think is what it is. So hopefully when he gets that in, I'll be able to catch another quick video of that as well. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I already did videos on the Pepsi, and I haven't done a standalone video on this watch yet, so I will do that soon. One gripe with the Uncle Seiko, legit, it's an awesome bracelet. I think we could have done better with the clasp. It's just a friction fit, so it's not amazing, but once you get it on wrist, it's totally fine. It doesn't really matter at that point, but I could see potential for upgrades with the clasp. And then, I mean, borderline, you could save yourself a lot of money and have a really cool watch. I don't think anything less of this at all. So I can try to do a wrist shot just so you can see. Yeah, there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. I mean, it has me thinking it's a slab side, so it does feel a little bit thicker on wrist, but man, it has me thinking that maybe I could just do that versus, say, there's nothing better, guys. I know there's videos out there and there's people that try to convince themselves or have other people convince them that there's alternatives to the Rolex. There just isn't. There just isn't. I've been wearing my sub today, and I don't have another watch that competes with it, period. And I would say that whether you go up or down the scale, the comfort, the feel, the prestige, everything that comes with it is exactly what you think it would be. Like, yes, they're hard to get. Well, hard to get at authorized dealers at retail, but you don't have to wait. You guys can, some people, it's better and it makes more sense to just go used or gray market and just pay the premium and just get it. Is it worth it? For a lot of people, no. I get it, I understand. But for many people, it certainly is worth it, and that's why those exist. But that's a whole nother topic. I just wanted to share these with you guys real quick. This is so cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.